Supercell is like this game called Eternity Egg. It's a game I want to like, but they need to fix some things before everyone just chunks deuces and just leaves it alone. They've made a lot of mistakes, some of which they've actually fixed, but I think one of the bigger things right now is the oddity shop. Now, I actually like the oddity shop as a concept. I think it's really cool. I think it's really interesting, and how they've implemented it so far, I think is done pretty nicely. There's just some things I would fix though. So, first of all, why is there not a daily rotation? Make that stuff daily, bro. Like, I don't know why it's 2 days to do it. Like, you're not Fortnite. Just make it daily, bro. It just make the shop daily. I don't understand why I have to wait 2 days, especially if I get like really bad offers. Like today, I got some bad offers, and it's like, okay, that's fine. It's not fine until you realize, oh, I gotta wait 2 days. Just make it daily. Like, I don't know why it isn't like. Is Juju like going elsewhere? Like, yes, Juju's like Gree and like, man, I don't know, maybe she has Gigi along with her or whatever, or Gigi protecting the shop or whatever. And they're like going around Star Park, right? And she's looking for the most like abysmal like skin offers, which even that by itself, like lore wise, what is the oddity shop? Because does that mean skins are canon? Because I feel like at this point, skins have to either be canon or not canon. And if the oddity shop, well, obviously the Buffies are canon because there was the in-universe commercial. But yeah, the Buffies are obviously canon because of the in-universe commercial, and it's very much implied that they're sold in the gift shop. So Brawler skins makes me think, or sorry, the oddity shop makes me think, okay, so skins are canon now, and that people could just go to the oddity shop for cool different variant of Brawler, you know. That's the thing. I mean, that's just the thing with me. They just need to give more lore to their characters, right? They need to give more lore to their characters, especially characters like Ali, who have appeared in an animation talking once. Actually, just appeared in an animation once. I think she was in like one thing, two things of promotional material, but actually appeared in one animation, which is pretty bad if you're trying to, build her character, I think Trunk in one animation actually got a little more character than her, but I think I like Ali's character because it's so interesting. Actually, I think she has some character, but they need to actually expand upon it. Because, oh, she's a mechanic, right? For the Love Swamp. She's a stalker. Okay, nice. Oh, she likes Willow. Oh, baby. That should be some shenanigans. But that's interesting. There's so much of Ali's character. Like, that's one of my favorite animations just in general. Because it really highlights the character, like who this character is, like pretty well. But the problem is that they haven't really expanded upon it like they have with Lumi and Draco. Because you get a lot more with Lumi and Draco, but that's because they actually put them in the animations. Like, I don't know, it's very funny. The one time she would have gotten, like, some animation, like, the Valentine's Day event, like, look, I get it. I completely understand that the billion-dollar company can't allocate some resources to having an animation every season. Look, I completely get that for some reason. It's whatever, dude, okay? It's whatever. But the problem is that, like, what ended up happening is that you put in some brawlers who hadn't been in some animations in a while. Look, last time Angelo's in an animation, funnily enough, was Ali's. But Angelo already has a lot of character. Squeak's last time was the Ollie animation, so that's pretty fine. But Shade, who was released in 2024, like after Juju, hasn't been in an animation since. Juju has been in 4 actually, because her original animation. Then you have. Wait, was she in? Was she in the Dark Sands anime? I don't think she was, which is strange because that was the best skin there. But she was in her own animation. She was in the Halloween one, the Stranger Things one, technically, I think, and the GG animation, which I still freaking hate. Like, I don't like the GG animation. That was genuinely the worst animation of the year. But I digress. But like Shade hasn't been in something in like a year, like over a year actually by this point. And Allie also hasn't been in something for a while. Now look, Shade, you can make the argument, oh, Shade's just this funny little pile of clothes, right? Funny little pile of clothes. Is a ghost. Gus sees it. Gus thinks Gus is schizophrenic. It's whatever, okay? Okay, cool. But Allie was brought up to be like an actual. Now, I like Shade, but Allie's character is really interesting to me. But they do nothing with it. So now, all of this. So now you just have this mischaracterization, no fault, to semi fault of Supercells, where, oh my gosh, Allie is just this. Allie is this like sapphic alligator, and like that's fine. First of all, do not make that her only character trait. That's flanderization. And two, I don't blame them for doing that because they haven't given her anything else. The one, like I said, the one time where she would have been in another animation, they just decided not to do an animation, even though it featured some brawlers who were gonna do it, who hadn't been one in a while. Oh, but let's put Mina like in three things before she, before. Let's put her in three pieces of things and two animations before Allie is put in another piece of promotional material. I just want to also go on another side tangent here about the thing about them saying that brawlers don't have nationalities. What is wrong with you guys? Like, are your water bottles filled with bong water? Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, because there's multiple. Like, I think it was Paul. I don't know his name. I don't know his name, but somebody, and then like Fernanda. There was a couple people on the team, Brawlstars team, basically, who were like, "Oh yeah, the brawlers don't have nationalities, just references to it," and it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. Is it that when they come to Star Park, do they just like lose their nationality? But even then, that makes no sense because nationality is just where you came from. Mina literally has voice lines about being from Sao Paulo. I probably butchered that, but she has a voice line where she's from basically a city from Brazil. So that makes no sense. Is this an Overwatch situation where the voice lines just aren't canon? Which I think that's stupid also. That would be even dumber if they were like, oh yeah, whatever they say, not canon. You look at Juju's voice lines, oh, negative oral points. Oh yeah, man, that's not canon. Or what? Maybe if you built upon the characters better, then you can like easily explain that. Like, it just makes no sense to me, man. Like, what do you mean they have no nationality? You're telling me you're gonna base a brawler off of, like, a bunch of these places and just be like, oh, yeah, they don't have a nationality. What? Was Grom just, like, some guy from America then? And then once he came to Star Park, he became Russian? Like, do you realize how little sense that makes for them to be like, oh, yeah, they got no nationality? Huh? What? Like, like, for a lot of the characters, you're taking a big part of their character out by saying, oh, yeah, they don't have a nationality. Which, that's another thing, which that kind of goes into the whole, like Mina effect of them just basing a brawler off of this one specific, like, facet about themselves being, guess what? Their nationality. Like with Mina, or Kenji, or El Primo, or literally just a lot of, like, a quarter of the brawlers, you could probably make an argument that they... Or like even Kenji, dude. Like, I saw no hate for Kenji on the Reddit when people were talking about like how Mina was like the worst person ever. Look, I get that Mina was like this freaking like token Brazilian character or whatever. But if you're gonna say that to Mina, then you're gonna have to say that to like a quarter of the Brawl Stars cast. Because a quarter of the Brawl Stars cast is like that. Kaze has a lot more personality than Kenji, in my opinion. The only reason Kenji has some personality is very much carried by the fact that he has a backstory, which not a lot of brawlers get the luxury to have. Anyways, that's my 4 cents right there. Yeah, we were talking about the Oddity shop. Yeah, so daily rotation, put that back into effect, or put that into effect. Okay. Second thing, probably another big thing. What's it called? I think the catalog should still be a thing. I think for people who have a lot of gems or just want to use their gems, I think they should have the catalog to where they can look at a skin and be like, okay, I'll just buy this instead of waiting around for it. I think that should be the payoff. That like, okay, you can get the skin right away, but it's going to cost gems. Or you can wait for the skin and it'll cost bling. And then have some other stuff. I think that makes so much sense. And it also incentivizes people to get gems, to use their gems if they really wanted to, you know? I just think having that sort of sense of agency of like, okay, I can wait for the skin, or okay, I'll just buy this skin now. I think it's really nice. That was my logic with that. That's why I played Kaze. Like, I literally upgraded Kaze because I got her legendary skin and decided to pay for it with gems. And so, like, that's often time for a lot of people. Like, a skin is literally a lot of the times the reason why somebody plays a brawler. So for them to have that sort of thing, just looking in the catalog and being like, okay, that's cool, is nice. Also, number 3, do not. I don't think it should be 4 months after a skin releases where they go into the oddity shop. I don't think so. I think it should be a shorter amount of time. That, mind you, that's the same amount of time that's like half the time a pro pass skin will like come out, you know? Like in like 2 months or something or whatever. That's when the dynamite skin's coming back or something. Maybe. I don't know. But it's such a long time to get one. Like, that's 2 update cycles before you can get that skin again. Like, I can't get Dragon Maisie until like, I don't know, like July or something. And I don't know why. Like, I don't think this should be gatekept for that long. I feel like, you know, like a month or 2, probably 2 months, like after, like I would be okay with it. Because then it's like, okay, this update's like, all right, we're introducing this skin in this update cycle. And then in the next update cycle, you're going to get that skin again. And there will be these ones or whatever, right? I think that makes sense to me, especially if they're going to put it in the shop for gems. Either buy it then or wait for bling. Like, they're like, okay, either buy the new skin right now with gems, or wait 4 months to buy it with bling. And that's another thing too. Bling is so, like, the price for, like, it's genuinely so expensive. I think they should just like get all the stuff, half it, literally half it. Round it up if you really wanted to, but literally half the price of like all the stuff here. You mean to tell me that a hypercharge is 12,000? Like, okay, I understand a hypercharge being like 12,000 bling. Maybe not half that. Maybe that could be like 10,000 bling. Like, that makes a little more sense to me. But I don't see why an epic pin is like 1,500 bling. An epic or special thing is worth like 1,500 bling. And there's just some offers in the shop that are like that, and it's so expensive. And I know exactly why they do. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the prices for the skins themselves are fine. It's everything, mainly the cosmetics, that I'm just sitting there like, why? Because you'll get like a super rare skin, you know, still 2,750, right? But then you'll get like 2 sprays. So then that jumps up to 6,000. Like 6,250 or whatever. I can't do math today. It's like 5,750, which is a lot. That's more than like an epic skin. And I know why they do that. Because they're doing it's the same logic as the chaos drops. the Chaos Drops are special because back when it was at the end of the Battle Pass, right? The idea was that, okay, you have a chance of getting not only an ultra legendary star drop, which can get you cool stuff, but multiple ultra legendary star drops. And while I do understand that, it's like hitting green in roulette. Like, it can happen, but you wouldn't typically want to bet on it. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't want to bet on green. That's what I think. It's the same thing with, like, the Oddity Shop. They jack up the prices so that they account for the fact that they're doing all the discounts, right? But when you don't get the discounts, now look, I'm not planning on buying a skin every single day, and I don't think that should be the case, right? I understand that. But just having that option of, okay, there's this, and I can think about it with this, it's fun. I think that's good. But the fact that the price hinges on the fact that, oh, you can get a 50% discount or even for free. I just think that's like, why? I think that kind of just like defeats the purpose of it. Almost kind of like, at least with the Chaos Drops, it's basically a star drop for the most part. So you're still getting some pretty good stuff in it, like regardless. But the problem is that like I said, like the amount of times you actually get, like how many times have you actually gotten like a mythic, like Chaos Drop, or like multiple mythic Chaos Drops, or even higher, right? Like, it's not a lot, right? So, that's why they changed it that's why they changed the star drop to be at 50 instead of 60, because it doesn't make sense for the last thing in the past to be like 100 power points, right? It's just the case of them being like, okay, so there's this, so how do we like twist it to be in our favor, like a genie, right? Supercell has a really big problem because they want to adhere to they want feedback from the player base, but they don't want feedback from the player base. Because I'm sure they'll watch this video and just, if somebody from Supercell watches this video, I'm sure they would disregard it entirely. Because I'm sure 5 billion people have said the same thing, right? But I just wanted to get my 2 cents on it because I love the Oddity. Dude, Juju is like my second favorite brawler behind Colette. She's the first early access I got into, and I always thought Juju to be such an interesting and funny and awesome brawler. I think she's really cool. And I love the Oddity Shop. Like, I like Gigi also. I think she's cool, too. But it's like records. It's slowly becoming like records, where it's going to get to a point where they're going to apologize for what they've done, and like, oh yeah, we made some mistakes in the bling shop, which they've already done. At least they fixed that and not left it to die like records. But it is slowly becoming like records, where it's this like really cool and unique idea. It could be really cool and loved, but then they just like don't do stuff with it. And what's gonna happen is that it's just gonna fall into obscurity, like records, right? It's very unfortunate. Sorry, I just woke up. It's a very unfortunate thing. It's very unfortunate, but that is, if they don't do anything about like the Oddity Shop and like not listen to the player base, like they have listened to them before, but there's gonna come a point to where the player base. There's going to come a point to where the Oddity Shop is going to just stay there. And they're just not going to do anything with it. And it's very unfortunate, truly. Like, I think a lot of the problems Supercell has could easily be fixed by just listening to people. And look, I get it. This is a children's mobile game. They are very much adhering to children. That's what makes all this worse, I feel. Because they're doing all this under the pretense of, we are getting children to do this. We're getting the children addicted to this, essentially a form of gambling, this early in our video game. And that's the big thing. Their main the first people they'll listen to are the children through like whatever they do, like like their purchases, like who they're playing or whatever, right? Then maybe the content creators, they pay them diddly squat, but they still listen to them. And then the actual community. Who's mainly on Reddit. And like, it's funny. It's funny when people on Reddit are like, we gotta make a stand, and them not realizing like that they're actually like the vocal minority. They are, especially the minority. They're like tertiary to Supercell, especially Brawl Stars team. Because Brawl Stars team does like go into the Reddit sometimes, and they do answer something like they're not completely like zooted out of their mind, huffing the bong water like Clash Royale devs are, but they are starting to become more like that. I've noticed. Not to say that they haven't done good things. Like, I think Prestige is genuinely one of the best things they've done in a while. And they certainly have redeemed themselves with Buffy's, and I think that's really good. They haven't reduced the price, but they did put it into other claw machines. So if you wanted, like, if the Pirate Trio got Buffy's, I could be like, oh my gosh, I like Penny and I like playing Tick. I can go for it. If I get Daryl, that's fine too. Right? Like if they release 2 trios, but they're of different claw machines, and it's of the Pirate Trio and like Poco's Bandstand, then that's fine in my opinion. Because then I could just go for the Pirates and like not have the problem of I want, Ems is Buffy because I actually play Ems, but I don't play any other character here, So it's nice that it's like that. And they clearly know how to fix stuff. Like, I even sometimes wonder if this is a case of them starting a fire, then putting it out so that people think that they actually listen to the community. But I genuinely, and while to a certain extent, I do think that Supercell does that sometimes, like with records and whatnot. I do think that the Brawl Stars team genuinely, I think they genuinely do care for the game. It's just that, I don't know if Tencent is, forcing them to be the worst developers ever or something. I think they should fire Adrian. I think Adrian is genuinely the most useless person on that team. But other than him, I think other people on there are, genuinely, I think they have, the idea, I think they have genuine, they do want to help, fix their game or whatever, but, as of right now, it's a very middle ground. I know people who've quit the game, and, I completely understand why they would. Yeah, those are that's what I would fix on the Oddity shop. So, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you guys think. I don't really like doing call to actions, but I think this is a very interesting, considering how much I've talked about in this video, I think it'd be very interesting to gauge what you guys think. Wait. Yeah, what you guys think of some problems, some fixes, and I'm very much down to talk to you guys in the comments about it. So yeah, go do that. If you want, of course. It's completely up to you. I'm not gonna this is not gonna be you where it's you should subscribe and like and comment. No, dude, I'm just some random guy on the internet. It's not that deep. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.